my name is Mara Alinsky-Deegan, and I'm the Associate Curator and Registrar here at the Charles H. MacNider Art Museum in Mason City, Iowa. And today we're going to kind of highlight some of the cool pieces that are here in our 37th annual school art show. And this year we have a great theme of Art Strong. And I think that's an apt theme for this year. I know some students have been in the classroom since September, and some have done some hybrid learning, and some students have not been in the classroom too much at all. But all of these students that you're going to see today have done some really awesome creative pieces of art. We just want to really show those off because not everybody is able to get here to the museum to see this awesome show. And what I'd like to kind of really quickly before we get started looking at all the cool pieces is to talk about what the school art show is. Again, this is our 37th annual school art show, so we've been doing this for a little while. And it is a way to highlight both students' work and also the teachers that teach all the great students in our area. And this year we're focusing on students in grades 5 through 8. So we have 5th graders, 6th graders, 7th graders, and 8th graders. And in a minute here, as you get the tour of the show, you can see that we really do have some great creative students here in North Iowa. And I think it really shows that even if you are working at home, if you're working in the classroom, wherever you're working, you can create art. And I think it's also a testament to all those teachers out there who are teaching art in various ways. And you'll see when you get to kind of look around and see all the pieces in here, we have a variety of media, which we always do, we love. We have everything from 3D pieces of clay to kind of cool mixed media pieces with collage elements and drawing and painting and just everything. So you can really see that there is a wide variety of media being used, and the art teachers and their students are really being very creative. This is quite a colorful show, which I really enjoy. This year especially has been very colorful, which I think is really cool. So all the students that you'll see in this show are covered by the Central Rivers AEA number 267, and we kind of go out of the Clear Lake Regional Office. So that kind of tells us which schools and teachers that we invite to enter our show every year. Because unfortunately we can't host everybody's artwork from all over the state. We would love to, but our space is not quite that big. So we use that as kind of a starting point, and we invite teachers to enter their students' work. And so once they're entered, then we go through and we choose out the pieces that we think would look the best here in our galleries, and then those are the ones that are on the wall. We also go through and we do mat all the pieces that we can. There are a few pieces, obviously, like ceramic pieces and some of the pieces on canvas that we don't mat just because they would look a little funny matted, and they don't need to be matted. So, but all the flat 2D pieces, especially works on paper, we go ahead and mat those, and the students do get to keep the mats when we're done. And then we also really try to highlight the similarities and differences between schools, between classrooms, between ages. It's really neat to see a variety of ages all together, everything from 5th grade all the way up to 8th grade, so that's pretty cool. If you'd like to come see this show in person, you can come to the museum. We ask that you register online first, which is at MacNiderArt.org, or you can call the MacNider Art Museum at 641-421-3666 to register to visit. We are open from Tuesday through Saturday from 10 in the morning till 5 at night, with a little bit later hours on Thursday nights. We're open till 8 p.m. So if you want to come, we are open for you to come and see these wonderful works in person. But I'm hoping that this will help you if you're not able to come to the museum and see the pieces in person for yourself. Then hopefully this will give you a little bit of an insight of all the creativity that we have here. So you might be asking yourself, why do we have a school art exhibition here in the MacNider Art Museum? Well, first of all, it's really cool to see all the creativity that we have, like I said, in this area of all of the artists that are up and coming and are going to be creating works for years to come, which is pretty awesome. But then also March, which we're in right now, is Youth Art Month. And Youth Art Month has been going around, or it's been a thing, I should say, since 1961, which is quite a long time. And it's a time that we recognize the creativity of youth that make all these wonderful pieces of art, but then also recognize their awesome teachers and folks who really encourage students to make just all kinds of things that you wouldn't even think of. Sometimes I look at these pieces and I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that a student created this piece of artwork, this really cool mug, or this really neat perspective drawing. I just can't believe that they did that. And so it's a really great way to highlight both the teachers and the students and really show that there is art being made in the schools even now. I know sometimes art does take a back seat to some other things, but I'm glad that there are teachers around, and we'll highlight those wonderful teachers at the end of this great video that are really focusing on art and showing that it is a great thing and it is something that students really do enjoy. You can tell by looking at these great colorful pieces, and also I think really helps everybody see what a great thing art can be, no matter who's creating it. So obviously the show is up now and it'll be on display through Saturday, April 24th. As you look around at these great pieces of art, I just want to take a moment to recognize the different schools that are featured in this year's show. So we have artwork from Forest City Middle School, Hampton-Dumont-Cal Middle School, John Adams Middle School here in Mason City, Lincoln Intermediate here in Mason City, Newman Catholic Middle School here in Mason City, and West Hancock Middle School.